welcome back to Vitale Style. Today I am bringing you this back to school makeup tutorial that it is incorporating everything you asked for. A lot of you asked for a makeup look that was easy, quick, young, fresh looking, and drugstore. So that's what I'm bringing you today. Everything is drugstore. I did already have my eyebrows applied, but that's because I try to get that out of the way as soon as possible. But a lot of you don't need to fill in your eyebrows as much as I do. So if you just need to fill it in a little bit, the Milani brow powder is a fantastic from the drugstore. So check that out if you haven't already. This look is perfect for someone that's in high school, college, or even for a teacher who's going back to school after your summer break. I think this is really helpful. It took me about 10 minutes to do, which is great if you're in a hurry, but you still want to look put together, you still want to look polished, and you still want to feel confident, and just there's nothing better than that feeling of when you walk out the door and you just feel like, I feel good, I'm ready to take on the world. And I think makeup, makeup does help us feel that way. So I hope that this is helpful, and I would love to know what you guys want to see next, and specifically if there are any looks that you want to see next, maybe, I don't know, specific to fall or whatever specific makeup tutorial you guys want to see. I would love to bring it to you because I think that they're a lot of fun, especially when you are searching for a specific look and you're turning to someone to hopefully help you out. I would love to be the person to help you out. So I will have all the makeup that I've listed, that I've used listed down below. Did I want to say anything else? I don't think so. But if you're going back to school, just remember, you are awesome. And makeup makes you feel great, but at the end of the day, pay attention, study, do your homework, and show them who's boss. Thanks for watching, and without further ado, let's get in with the tutorial. So I'm going to start off with my eyes, and the first thing I'm going to use is my NYX High Definition Eyeshadow Base. This is a really great drugstore eye primer, and I've had this for a really long time, and it doesn't dry up or anything, which I find to be amazing. Just put a little bit on each eye and then pat it in with your finger. Now for a base, I am using the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Yogurt. I like that this just makes the eyeshadow that I'm going to use really pop, and it also makes it a combination between this and the eyeshadow base, the primer from NYX. I feel like it keeps the eyeshadow on all day long. And then I'm going to blend that in using, this is a Sonia Kashuk brush. It doesn't say what it is, but it's like one of those stiff dome brushes. It's perfect for blending out cream shadow. Just going to blend that, and as you can see, I'm not putting very much on because the eyeshadow that we're using is pretty pigmented. Now, the shadow trio I'm using is from Wet n Wild. It's a Wet n Wild trio. And it's called Walking on Eggshell, and this is one of my favorite trios from Wet n Wild. It's beautiful, it's girly, it's pigmented, I don't know, it's awesome. So I really love this. This is one of the classics that I own from Wet n Wild. And I'm just going to take a plain old eyeshadow brush and go in with a shadow color. It doesn't really say what the color is, it just says crease. And I'm going to pop that all over the eye. And it's so beautiful, pinky, champagne-y. Just makes it look really awake and girly, yet simple. I love that. Now using the Sigma Taper Blending E35 and going in with the crease color, which is a nice brown color. It has some shine to it, it's got a little shimmer to it, but I'm not going to use this really dark. I'm just going to warm up the outer corner and just kind of like the outer third of the eye almost. You don't want to cover half of my eye with this darker color, but just a little bit. And then I'm going to use the Brown Bone color, which is a really nice creamy color. It's got a little sheen to it as well, but it doesn't matter because I'm not going to use it super pigmented. I'm going to pop that under the brow just for a little light highlight, and then I'm also going to pop this in the inner corner. And now for me, I'm pretty much done with the eyes. I am going to do some mascara, but I'm not going to do any thick liner because, I mean, you certainly can, but I just love that this is super, super quick. All you need is, okay, all you need is a little trio that just fell on the floor that I can't reach, otherwise my mic is going to fall off, and then you're good. It's still, like, it's a really pretty, it's glowy, it's shimmery, but not too shimmery, it's girly. I just love it. So now that we're done with the eyes, aside from the mascara, which we'll get to in just a bit, it is time to do the rest of the face. Now I do mascara later because I like to set my face with a setting spray, and oftentimes if I spray my face with a makeup setting spray while I have mascara on, it like runs underneath my eyes, and I don't like that. So for primer, and you don't have to use primer, but I'm going to use it anyway because I feel like it just smooths everything out, makes my foundation go on a lot better, and it also helps with the longevity of my makeup. I'm using the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Pro. I love this. This is a great drugstore primer, face primer, and it's really, really affordable. So I'm just going to pop that where I feel like I need it, and I've been blending my primer lately with a brush, and I just feel like it actually helps it move really well. And this is a brush I've been using. This is the contour brush from Real Techniques. I feel like it really works well. And also the foundation I'm using also, how many more times can I say also? Count for me. The foundation I'm using today, by the way, how I like that scratch? Don't ask. The foundation I'm using today is the Ready Set Gorgeous from CoverGirl. I really been loving this foundation. I've been testing it out for a week or so now, and I can't wait. I couldn't wait to do this video so that I could show you how nice it looks. But if you get the, I believe it's a CoverGirl 3-in-1 Stay Fabulous foundation, that has a built-in primer, and you don't need to use a primer with that, and that's also a really long-wearing foundation. I love that foundation from the drugstore. I just don't have one that's my coloring right now, which is why I'm not using it. But this is the color 305, and I am going to put this on with a wet beauty blender because I feel like it looks better that way. But by all means, use a brush or use the Real Techniques version of the beauty blender if you are looking for a different alternative to the beauty blender. But as you can see, this is actually a really good tone for me. It's a hair dark, but it's not a shade too dark. It's just like a quarter of a shade too dark, but we make it work. Well, not really. You'll see. It looks good when it's all blended. You can put as much or as little as you want, and then I'm just going to blend this in with my damp beauty blender. For concealer, I am using this L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Concealer, and the color I have it in is medium. I really like this. I think it does a really good job, and I like the texture of this quite a bit. And because I'm not using a corrector, I want something that's just a little bit thicker. And this, I think it's really good coverage. And then just taking the taper side of the beauty blender, and then just pat that in place. Can we just talk about the finish of this concealer for real? Okay, now I want to set everything in place because this is a more like a matte finish foundation. Not totally matte, but somewhat matte finish foundation. Even though it is matte and pretty heavy coverage, I just like to set it lightly with a powder. This is my Physicians Formula mineral powder because it just makes everything set in place and stay on a lot longer. And I use this to set my under eyes as well. No need for anything extra because I'm not using it super heavy and concentrated. Now for bronzer, I'm using my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in medium to dark, and this is my Sephora Uniform Complexion Powder Brush. It's one of my favorite bronzers ever. Just bronze up the face. For blush, I am using this NYX Mosaic blush in the color Paradise. This is where it's at. I've been loving this. I just sort of swirl everything together, tap off the excess, smile awkwardly, and pop it onto your cheeks. And then I just go in with my big Eco Tools brush and just blend everything together. Okay. Now, if I didn't drop my eyeshadow trio, I would have used the brown color from there, but I'm going to use just my bronzer because that eyeshadow trio, believe it or not, is like under my desk near my light, and I'm not going to reach over there. I'm just going to take this bronzer with a little pencil brush and just very, very lightly run it under the eyes just to warm it up a teeny tad bit. Just on the outer corner, really. Okay. And before I do the lips and mascara, I'm going to just set my face with the NYX Dewy Finish Setting Spray. This is the only drugstore setting spray that I own, but I really like this, so pop that on, woohoo! Let it set, and as that sets, we can move on to mascara. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to curl my lashes, and I'm going to use my Essence I Love Extreme. This is a new tube, it's so pretty. And then for lips, I'm so excited to share with you this combo because I've been loving it. I'm going to fill in my whole lip using the Rimmel lip liner in Eastend Snob. Going to fill in my whole lip with this. I'm going to outline with another Rimmel lip liner in Tiramisu, very lightly. And then I'm going to apply this NYX Butter Gloss in Merengue. If I can get it open. And now that is the finished look. I mean, it took me about 10 minutes to do. Didn't require a ton of ingredients, a ton of products. I love the way it looks. I think it's so feminine. It's so fresh. It's so pretty. Yeah, it's long wearing. It's using drugstore items, and I just think that this is an awesome, awesome, awesome back to school look, whether you are in high school, college, or you are a teacher going back to school for work. I think this just is appropriate for all three. If you're in middle school, trust me, stick with some lip gloss and maybe a little mascara and you're good to go because your skin is precious, it's young, it does not need any makeup on it. I didn't start wearing makeup until I didn't start really wearing makeup until I was about 17 or 18. I wasn't really allowed to wear makeup when I was younger. I wore a little bit when I grew up with my mom in Italy, but not a whole lot. And then when I moved here, my dad was like, no makeup, so until I was much older. But I hope that you have found this video helpful. I just love getting your feedback and letting me know what you want because I am a people pleaser. I aim to please, that's what I do. And when a lot of you asked for a fresh, easy, quick drugstore look for go back to school, I was all about it. So I will have all the makeup products linked down below for you. I hope that you have found this helpful. Let me know what you want to see next, and I will see you next time.